Hi, I'm Miss Lefort, and this is how I factor trinomials. So when you're thinking of trinomials, I want you to think of FOIL the way you figure out FOIL, only backwards. So let's look at this example, 6x squared, 7x plus 2. So we know that this term here can break down to either 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. This one is only 1 times 2. So I know I have to have this at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and put my things here, make a 1 and a 2. That's we know it has to be there. Then I'm going to try to figure out which pair am I going to use of the 1 and 6 or 2 and 3, and where would I put them so that the inner and the outer is going to give me this plus 7. So I'm noticing, and this is where I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking this, and you may have to trial and error at first till you get practice with it, but I'm thinking that if I put a 2 here and a 3 here, then that's going to give me, inner would be 3x, outer would be 4x, and that gives me my plus 7, which is what I need. So of course you can double check and look to see, is your first, outer, inner, and last giving you what you need? And it does in this case. Now, it works great if you have one that's like A or C that only has one factor. Sometimes it does get a little bit harder. But let's look at another particular example. Let's say, what if we had 5x squared plus 13x minus 6? Factor your 5, factor your 6 here. And since there's only one option, I know I have to use that one. So I know this goes in the front. Oops, this is a 5x, okay. I don't know what signs it's going to be, but I know that the inner and outer has to give me this positive 13x. So this piece and this piece have to give me 13x. So in my mind, I'm playing with these numbers, and I may have to trial and error, and that's okay. But I'm thinking that, let's see. What if I use these two? And I put 2 here, no, 3 here, 2 here. This gives me 15x. This gives me 2x. So I would need my 15x to be positive, my 2x to be negative to give me that plus 13. So I need a plus on this one. Now mentally I'm checking to see, is it working? Can I do, let's see, x times 5x squared, yep, that works. The outer and the inner give me my 13x, and then the last would give me negative 6, so yes, I'm good. Okay, so let's do another one that's a little bit harder. What if we do 4x squared minus 24x plus 35? So this one's tougher because A has more than one, pair of factors, and so does C. So it's difficult when you don't have an actually starting point here. But we do know that it's got to add to give us, the combination has to add to give us negative 24. So when I'm looking at this, if it's got to add to give us 24, I'm noticing right off the bat, I can probably scratch that one off because 35 in any kind of combination is not going to add to give me 24. So I'm taking that one off mentally, so I know, educated guess, I probably have a 5 and a 7 over here. So 7 here, 5 here. I'm just going to put stuff here. I know both these signs have to be negative. I know there's x's here. Now I got to figure out which pair am I going to use and where would I put them. Am I going to use 1 and 4 or am I going to use 2 and 2? I'm guessing this one, okay? So let's put in 2 and 2 and see if this works. Let's see. The inner is negative 10x. The outer gives me negative 14x. And that does give me the negative 24x. So I think I'm right. So now just double check it in your mind. First, 4x squared, yes. Got the inner and outer, yes. Last, it gives me positive 35, yes. So we're done.